Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody can hear me. So I'm going to call for an audio check first off, see who can tell me in the chat if they can hear my voice. So, because we are still having technical problems with the equipment, definitely got to get a modem, that's for sure. Things are definitely getting fried left and right here from our little sanctuary. Good evening, Darcy. How are you hearing tonight? Are you hearing me okay? Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else out there? Good morning, Susan. Good evening. Good evening, Darcy. Good evening, Susan. And whoever else is out there, good evening to you. And I just wanted to bring up this impromptu kind of a broadcast tonight for a couple reasons. There's been a couple things bugging me, really bothering me that I've been researching too a lot lately. And first, let me go through the disclaimer real quick. This channel may use some copyrighted materials without specific authorization of the owner, which contends that it falls under the Fair Use Act of 1976. Nighthawk High Strangeness podcast channel and all the podcasts, including myself, Nighthawk, declare fair use of any and all content, that's any and all content, to be used for the sole purpose of informing you, the viewing family, of information for educational purposes, criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, research, parody, and general knowledge only, per Title 17 USC subsection 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, otherwise known as the Fair Use Act. Okay, and that includes the music, everybody. So for all of my international viewers, I want to thank you all for being here and for taking the time out of your busy schedules to at least listen to what I have to say. Yeah, it's been a hell of a time these last few days. Every time I go to talk about sensitive subjects that the so-called powers that be don't want discussed, they actually try to shut me down, and that goes both ways as far as I'm concerned. Shutting somebody down just because they're speaking their mind about things is not fair. Okay. And they're doing it to everybody. Okay. And, we've had a lot of shows about the paranormal, the supernatural, the cryptid creatures, the demons, the demonology, that kind of stuff. And basically, just all around good conversations about how to be prepared and, stand in your faith. Okay. But I wanted to come on tonight because I've been battling with something that is very disturbing to me. I don't know how many people have had near-death experiences and all that, but we're probably going to get into a little bit of that too. I know several of my friends and families have dealt with that in their past. But as they say, the past is the past and the future is the future. But they are entwined. They are entangled. And that's the other aspect of tonight's conversation is the time element, the time shifting and the whole parallel universe theory and stuff. I've been having a lot of, visions lately. A lot of almost like, well, let's put it this way. When I wake up, I feel like I've run a marathon. I feel like I didn't get any rest. And it's not really, I mean, yeah, my health has something to do with it. Okay. Yes, we all know that, but something more is going on. And I started putting together pieces and bits of things, that just kind of emphasized how strange our actual reality is that we live in. There's been a lot of talk about AI. Okay, we all know that AI is, everybody thinks it's going to be bad. And yes, it can be bad. In fact, I think it is bad. It's already been bad. And I think that there's more to it than what the government is saying and letting on. Um, I think that they have already turned over several different aspects of communal government to AI. Yeah, that's just my opinion. But from my research too, I've only seen a lot to do with AI. I had that I had died, and not that I died in this reality, but that I died in another reality. Okay. And it showed me that each time I die in another reality or parallel universe, whatever you want to call it, that consciousness that was lost from the physical aspect of it, some of that consciousness transferred into my head. So now I have a lot of that Nighthawk's uh, memories, if you want to call them that, or you could call it memories. Some of it seems so real and some of it seems so far fetched that you won't believe me, but I see different stuff. I mean, I see more than just the paranormal. I can see different timelines. It's almost like a part of me dies in another parallel universe, that consciousness comes into me, and I pick up the ability to see certain fragments of that timeline and just where my body is in that timeline, you know. Take for instance, the other day I was sitting on the couch and I was going through the phone, and I looked at the back of the couch, and there was this spider going across the back of the couch. Okay, and a fairly good sized spider, about the size of $50 maybe. But then I turned away and I looked back again, and the spider was gone. It like crawled off and just walked off into oblivion and just disappeared. I see stuff like that all the time, though. I see it with people. I see it with people. Uh, People that are driving cars. One minute they'll be in the driver's seat, and the next minute there'll be nobody in the driver's seat. See beyond first sight. It's hard to explain. It really is. Ever since I had the radiation treatments and went through everything that I went through and dying twice, I've had this innate ability to, my senses are heightened more. My ability to see things has increased 300%. I mean, like I've always said, anybody knows me, it's like turning the volume up from a 2 to a 10 plus, on the paranormal scale. But it's even beyond the paranormal. It's actually where I have other realities trying to interact with me. that they know that I can see them, that they know I can sense them. That it's very, very strange. Matrix theory, yeah, Juno, that's what I started thinking about. I started studying the matrix theories and stuff, and I got really deep into it. And yeah, there are some things that you could chalk up to a possible matrix theory. Anybody that had ever seen, there's a movie out called, oh, what is it called here? Let me see if I can find it here and see if I can throw it on the screen. Let me see if I actually uploaded the. Let me see here. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, here it is. This is a movie that I think everybody should watch. Source Code. Even the picture that they show you, of it, even it shows the small mirrors in each certain like fragment in time in different parallel universes. So even that in itself, I mean, if you get a chance to watch that movie, watch that movie. It's deeper than what I can even explain. But our spiritual connection to our reality that we're in this world, okay? Out of the millions and millions of possibilities, infinity plus of whatever we do in these other parallel universes. It's my full belief that, at least personally, that I've experienced with what I'm going through, that there is a transfer of consciousness when that other Nighthawk dies. Okay. There is a transfer of that Nighthawk's consciousness into my head, into my memories. And I don't know if that goes on with everybody. But it's like say you got 3 Nighthawks, okay, right here. All right here in this picture. Each with their own collective memories and interactions in their own worlds, in their own realities. Okay. And you take away one of those conscious realities, one of those Nighthawks out of those 3. And it's my belief that the consciousness memories of that one that dies or passes on, it will submit its memories to the others that are still viable and living. Okay. It's kind of like having a backup to a backup, like in a computer system, and they say that our brains are like computers, so why else would Neuralink want to get in there and tighten things up? But yeah, just take, for instance, that one dies and it transfers its conscious memories to the other 2 that are standing there, okay? So they're going to start seeing things from the reality perspective of the one that deceased, that passed away, okay? And then so on and so on. If another one passes away and there's only one standing there of me, that collective consciousness from that second one that passes away is going to go to my consciousness, because we are all literally connected together. Okay. It's like the petals of a flower, basically. Okay. So in that sense, that scenario, I believe that certain individuals that are already prone to having the paranormal activity happen around them and that are drawn to the paranormal and are sensitive or empathic or whatever you want to call it, I do believe that they eventually will have the same abilities as I'm experiencing. Whether they notice it or not is another story, okay? They may not notice it at all, and they may just live their life without even noticing it, of any type of shift in your spiritual powers or your spiritual awakeness. We're all energy, and that conscious energy, it just doesn't die. What's it going to do? Float around in the universe and space until it comes across another empty void? No, it's going to go right to you. It's living in the universe. Okay. I firmly believe that from my own experiences, my own dream walking, I guess you could call it. I know, Juno, you know about dream walking. It's hard to describe to you guys the heightened abilities and I almost feel like when I die, you know how they say, like, when you leave your body, your spirit goes to heaven, okay? Well, there's this other part of you that I believe goes wherever it goes, okay? Kind of like a dual soul type of a thing, okay? You have your good soul and your bad soul, okay? And I think my opinion would be that other part of your soul goes to the other that are in these parallel universes, and that you pick up things out of the blue. Like your taste for something will change. Like one day you wouldn't be able to stomach hot foods, like spicy foods. Following day you wake up, something's different. Something's changed in you. And you go and you try a spicy chip or something, or a spicy Doritos or something. You're like, wow, I really like these. I never used to like these. Or you're allergic to something out of the blue, like one day you're eating shellfish, and you've eaten shellfish your whole life. And then all of a sudden, you're automatically allergic to it. I really do believe that those subtle changes are your other yous that have deceased in other parallel universes, their essence basically coming into you, okay? And like I said, the more of you there are, the more they disperse these parts of their existence that doesn't exist anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's so much I want to say. The whole collective consciousness thing, I really, really believe does have a play. Whether AI is actually the one controlling all these parallel universes and dispensing what goes to who in what parallel, realms and realities, very well could be. Like I said, when I saw that movie, the source code, that really hit me for a loop, because some of that stuff that he experienced is what I'm experiencing. Um, I don't know. It was just odd, to say the least. Okay. Um, I kind of want to know what your theories are on this. Okay. That's why I did this impromptu live. I'm hoping the computers will stay on at least for another 10 minutes or so I can get some kind of feedback, because things have been getting a lot different lately. Um, I'm having too many collective memories coming to me now. It's like someone has it out for each of the other parallel universes of me. Okay, like they're light bulbs that are burning out. One goes out, another one goes out, another one goes out, another one goes out, and so on and so on. But it's happening a lot. It's escalated a lot. Okay. Now, am I the only true me? Am I the one that's hooked up with the cords in the back of my brain stem somewhere in a lab, and I'm the real me, and all these other things are just copies of me? I don't know. A type of astral projection, maybe. Yeah, that could be, Susan. That could be. But I astral project anyways. I mean, that's what dream walking basically is. We love you too, Raven Creek. Never forget that. Never forget that. Okay. Me, Tracy, and Jacob. So you guys are our family. Hello, Cynthia. Uh, I'm just the way I'm seeing it. It's definitely different realities that I'm seeing. Now, whether it's different timelines or different dimensions or different um, parallel universes. I mean, and the one symbol I've been seeing a lot lately is the sideways number 8. The infinity. Why would I be seeing that? That's the one symbol I see a lot now. So I don't know. Excuse me while I get some coffee. I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys about it. Even now, I'm seeing things, even in the studio here. And I've got the lights off. I've got a light going, a glowing light going, but I shouldn't be seeing animals moving around, or a tree where there's a shirt hanging. I mean, I shouldn't be seeing that. Okay. Voices I'm hearing too. Not all the time, but yeah, sometimes. But it's more seeing things, visualization. That my visual interpretation is definitely turned up several on a volume scale. But I really do believe, and I believe in God and the whole, heaven thing and all that. I do. I believe in that. And Edna, good to see you. But if there is, this is probably going to be a big if. Okay, this is probably going to be a big if. But if there is millions upon millions of parallel universes, okay, an infinite number, okay, because the universe is ever expanding. God's continuing to make other realms, okay? We know that from biblical interpretation, all right? Why wouldn't, if we died in another parallel universe and some of that consciousness of that being of us would be like the receptor of it, okay? Because we're all connected anyways, just because we're in a different, parallel universe doesn't mean that, we can't interact with them, because we can. I mean, I do. I mean, let's talk shadow people. You want to talk parallel universes and why shadow people don't interact with us except for looking at us and making noises to see our reactions. They can't interact with us physically one-on-one because they're in another parallel realm. They to us. What if every time we saw one of them, it was literally the other parallel universe of us, consciousness that died and is dead in that world, in that reality, letting us know, hey, I'm sending you some of my thoughts and some of my quirks and some of my stuff, for memories, I just don't know. This is what I'm dealing with. I'm trying to fathom the whole aspect of this. Okay. I figures my battery's dying. I don't know. If anybody has any, the ability to walk between worlds, yes, that's a common thing. Yeah. I mean, especially with holy men, the medicine men and stuff. But the ability to walk between worlds. I mean, that's also like a heaven and hell thing. Jesus went to hell, and to release some of the souls. So he had that ability. Okay. What if the representation of Jesus was literally like the peak of the pyramid? Okay. What if he was the collective consciousness of everything because he's God? And what if we are all just certain vessels of collective consciousness through all the realms and realities that he's made, experiencing things, and then moving on. So, I just, this is just some stuff and I told you guys it was going to get deep. I told you it was going to get deep. Even with all my physical struggles, I still, how do I want to put this? I still feel there's more of me out there. I don't even know if that makes sense. Perfect example. A mirror. If you hold a mirror like this, okay, facing you, okay, just going down your side, and you look out of your peripheral vision, you'll see that mirror effect infinitive all the way down till you can't see it anymore inside each mirror. Okay? Kind of like what I showed you in the movie shot here of the source code. All these small mirrors. All these small mirrors that mean other realities. Okay? Other realities. And the source code is this AI type of a thing. Okay? And we all know that NASA, otherwise known as Satan, you unscramble the word NASA with their logo and it spells Satan. We all know that they like mirrors. Okay? We all know they like mirrors. They say that it's the future tracking of weather and stuff and climate change. You don't track with a mirror. This is what you do with a mirror. Cause and effect, you know. You set things on fire with mirrors. You transfer light and glare and heat and, you know, lasers with mirrors. Okay? So, I don't know, though. I mean, the collective consciousness of millions and millions of us throughout all the parallel universes. You know, one day you're graceful as a gazelle on a dance, and the next day you're stepping on your own feet. Maybe that person that died in another universe that was you, parallel universe, couldn't dance. Do you see where I'm going with this? I have memories of things I don't recall doing. I have memories of, I mean, I know my memories. And trust me, I have a lot of memories. But I can tell these are memories from another parallel world. Another world that either I walked in or that I projected myself to when I was sleeping, unknowingly. I don't know. I don't know. I just find it that it's very, very, it's a very, very creepy feeling. Very creepy feeling. Yeah, War Criminal 7, I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. As long as I have my coffee and a place to rest my head, I'm doing okay. Yeah, old Mr. Eight Legs. Yeah. But it was like I was seeing, like when I said I saw the spider, or when I see a tree or something, it's like I'm looking at it from my parallel universe me's eyes. You know, like there's just a temporary connection there, and I see it in a flash, and then it goes away. You know. So I you know, there's just certain things that it does. You know. I don't know why it does it. How we doing, Freaky Geek? I don't know how it does it. All I know is it's beginning more and more intense lately, to where it's affecting my sleep. It's affecting my. In fact, you can ask my wife Tracy. You know, I really don't eat that much. In fact, at the last doctor's weigh-in, I had lost 20 some pounds in a month. So I don't know. Is it caused from the mass on my brain stem? Very well could. But something tells me it's not. Something tells me that one of you or anybody in the future that sees this is going to have the ability to crack that code. It's going to have the ability to connect those dots. If they haven't already, and just keep it quiet. You know, we all know about CERN and whatever they're doing, because they're never telling us anything. And God knows you can't trust any government. God knows what they're doing and testing with. This could be a whole reality, could be just a whole illusion. It could be a whole illusion for all we know. Think about it. All the holographic imaging. How about the time when the Pope John Paul was at the Vatican window waving to the masses, and then all of a sudden he turned and just disappeared? It's like they clicked the switch off too soon. They should have let him walk away a little bit more and then shut it off. But, you know, this is why I say question everything, guys. This is why I say question everything. Yeah. Like-minded people. More of you out there. Yeah. Be it good or bad. Be it good or bad. It's just a very weird thing to comprehend. And all the sleepless nights that I've been having. Yeah, source code is on YouTube. You're right. Yeah, Juno, I see that. Yeah, it's on YouTube. I don't know about that. I'm not. Darcy, I don't know. Yeah, and mirrors do open portals. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we definitely know that. Susan, you haven't liked mirrors since you were 12? Yeah, I haven't liked mirrors since my older siblings did the Bloody Mary thing with me. Yep. In fact, I still know people to this day that have every mirror in their house covered up with a towel or, something, a sheet, anything. But I was just, I just wanted to come on and see what everybody thought. It's a very weird feeling, knowing that you have seen things that you existed. You know that the actual reality of that vision existed, but just not in your timeline, just not in your here and now. And there's a thing too about how the past doesn't exist because it's behind you, and the future doesn't exist because you're not there yet. There's only the now. The now. So this whole concept of time is irrelevant. Everything we've been taught our whole lives is irrelevant. It's garbage. It's complete garbage. Yeah, I could be remembering past lives, and Edna, you're right. But I just don't. I don't know. I'm not sold on the whole reincarnation thing. Okay. I think what it is, I think somehow we're linked to the past through these parallel universes. And again, that collective consciousness comes to us, and its essence is part of us. Okay. That's how some people can say, "Oh, I use," some women say that they were Pocahontas in a past life, or there was even this one psychic woman that said I was Sitting Bull in a past life. I think that even though Sitting Bull was my ancestor, I think that there's that connection, that genetic connection is almost like a Wi-Fi connection, okay, to the past. So that's why we have these certain attributes or conscious feelings or the way we do things, or mannerisms. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I'm seeing things that well, it's like that vision I had when I was standing outside, and I automatically went into the sun. I closed my eyes as I was standing there leaning against my cane, and I felt the sun, the heat. And I opened my eyes and I was traveling through the sun. Okay. Yes, the sun in the sky. Yes. And on the other side of the sun was this. The only way to describe the feeling, the sensation, was this warm embrace of being welcomed and being loved. And all I could sense around me was people that have loved me, people that have been by my side, animals that I have had for pets. I mean, all of it. I felt it all. Okay. And then I had this flood of seeing these, I guess you could call them meteors, falling from the sky like balls of fire. And, it wasn't like all at once, like Armageddon, but, it was, 1, 2, 1, 2, here and there, and the tornadoes. I remember the dark gray and black tornadoes. So Am I seeing other realities? Was that a gift for me going and seeing the Creator, visiting the Creator in His realm, giving me that extra sight to see what might be coming to either this reality or another reality? Could have been, could be. But this is where where I question it. I have to question it. Well, myself is always centered. I know that. Being Native American, I'm always centered and grounded. And yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I just thought it was kind of odd. Yeah, see, Raven Creek, you understand. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't make sense that it be reincarnation. It would make sense more to me that these visions I'm seeing are of me, but just at a different parallel universe and a timeline, or an ancestor of mine that I am genetically Wi-Fi connected to. You know what I mean? There's so much that we have lost. So much of our capabilities up here that we have lost. Truly, genuinely lost. Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. Anyways, I won't keep you all much longer. I know you probably want to get rest or do whatever you need to do with your lives. I just wanted to put that out there to everybody and see what everybody thought. I still say it's a collective consciousness type of a thing. I really do. I think it's more than, the time exists, the here and now time exists. It's quantum entanglement. Could be. CERN causing quantum entanglement. Very well could be. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted on this. I think about once a month I'll do like a impromptu video like this, to let you all know where these experiences are going. I mean, because growing up as a child, I mean, one day was fine. I was seeing shadow figures and stuff outside in broad daylight, and the sunshine was shining darker than dark, next day I wouldn't see any, but yet my parents would come in at bedtime before they'd go to bed to check on me and find me floating 3 feet off my bed, literally up against the ceiling of the house. My dad had to grab me and pull me back down on the bed. I mean, I've experienced a lot. I was literally beaten to subconscious, to being unconscious when I was 3 years old, 3.5 years old. And, Ever since then, my life has been one big paranormal shit show. I mean, to put it bluntly, one big paranormal shit show. The experiences I had growing up in the skinwalker realm, doing the ceremonies with my relatives. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility too. That's what I mean by the Wi-Fi connection to the war criminal. Why couldn't we, since we have a genetic link, why couldn't that genetic link be almost like a Wi-Fi transmitting conscious memories from the past to us too? You see what I'm saying? And because we're all energy, we're walking energy and computers. That's all we are. Sure, we've got flesh and bone and blood, but we're walking energy. That's all we are. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it can never be destroyed. It only changes form. And you're absolutely right there. Thank you, Raven Creek. I wasn't even really thinking about this as a show, but thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. And thank you to all the moderators. I really do appreciate it. Thank you all for being there too. Like I said, I'm probably going to do this once a month, and just to let people know how it advances. I guess you can consider it a video. Hopefully one day, and I know one day somebody is going to watch this and go, you know what? He's right. Let's figure this out. But I think that there's certain powers out there that have already got it figured out. And I think they're starting to freak out because there's people like me that have it figured out. And others that are coming up to figuring it out on their own real fast. So, I don't know. But anyways, I will see you all tomorrow night, hopefully at 11 o'clock, if the computer holds out. I'll be doing the paranormal news show for you guys at 11. That's 11 o'clock tomorrow night, okay? So until then, you guys have a great night, great day, wherever you're at. And I will see you all then. I'm gonna keep researching this and keep plugging away at it, because there's more to it than just what we have. There's a spiritual reality connection that we're missing, and it has something to do with what we talked about. So anyways, thank you all. Okay, God bless you all, and I will see you all tomorrow night, okay, at 11 o'clock. Take care.